Yeah, so we're over here in Queens. This is a 4-story, 8-family residential building that we're building right now. We are doing the structure. All right. So here you can see we are at the 3rd floor, basically. We've got the exterior brick going in. We've got windows going in. This is going to be an 8-family higher-end residential building where we're done. Right now we're doing masonry block. We're doing brick on the exterior as we come up. Then we should be ready for some structural steel and C-joist in about 2 weeks. So these are all the C-joists for the roof. This is going to be the final level. These go across the building and these get grouted into the CMU in notches. And then steel deck goes on top of this, and then we pour a concrete floor on top of that. So this is the structural C-joists that are going to be used for that. So that's the block that we're going to be going around the building with. That's inside of the brick. So what we have is CMU that's filled solid with rebar going between. And then we have a cavity space with insulation, and then we have brick. And then the brick has these little weep holes inside. The idea is that when the moisture comes through the brick, because the brick is porous, that water runs down the waterproof membrane that's up against the CMU, comes down, hits these weep holes, and pours out of the building. So you should notice these on every brick building you see. If done correctly, there's these little tiny weep holes all throughout. You can also see them up at the next level as well. Every 10, 12 feet or so, we have weep holes. Weep, weep, weep. You can see up above we have some balconies. There's gonna be a couple more of those as we go up a little bit higher. Here you can see the C-joists that go across. This supports the metal deck, which supports the concrete slab. If we do a little zoom in over here, you can see that these joists are grouted in place to prevent lateral movement. We also have some bridging that goes in between these joists that keep it from twisting, and some cross bracing, and top strap and bottom strap where applicable. So those are all our windows that are going to be going in. We like to bring the building up, hit the windows as we go up, and try to keep this thing watertight as best we can, keep it nice and clean, and get that roof on as soon as we can. Here we have a little bit of steel structure here. These are the heavier steel members that are usually around the core. That's where the staircase attaches to. And that's pretty much it for the steel right overhead. The rest is just heavy gauge framing. Let's head upstairs to the 2nd floor. Same construction as the floor below. We have the steel structure around the core where the staircase ties in. We have the C-joists across the width of the building. And then we have the strapping, bridging, and blocking in between the C-joists. This is all inspected by an engineer prior to pouring concrete to make sure that this is acceptable. Yeah, so these joists sit about 2 or 3 inches in on top of this block, and then we piece in the block around the joists, and we fully grout it with cement so that it locks these joists in place. So where you can't lock these joists in like we do at the CMU, we use joist hangers where these tie into the steel, and that's another way you can do it. And instead of locking it in, it grabs that joist and holds it in place. So to the 3rd floor, just watch your head here. So here we're installing our CMU block and our brick. We always start with the corners. Good bricklayer will always start in the corners to set his lines, make sure all this block is nice and level throughout, and then you can see behind you, these guys are filling in between these 2 corners. It goes a lot quicker. You could have the less experienced bricklayers then basically infill, and the more skilled guys can be working those corners, bringing those corners up, and setting the pace for the rest of the wall.
So we're saying this guy's the MVP.
This guy's the MVP. He knows his shit. That's it. We'll have the steel guys back on site. Oh, thanks. Thank you. So. Yep.
Still love McDonald's breakfast.
Not my favorite. Spend all day in the porta potty if you eat that.